Much better. Hey guys, what's going on? Just finishing putting in the rest of those LEDs. Gonna knock down some of those kilowatts. It's real cold out here tonight. Got something I want to talk to you about. Let's go inside the shop and warm up. It is super cold outside tonight. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's 23 degrees outside. It's 34 degrees inside the pickup truck bed. That's another project that I'm working on. Let's sit down and have a little chat about 2017. Alright guys, I had to turn the heater off. Makes a lot of noise. It's cold out though. It's 21 degrees in the shop right now. And it's 36 degrees in the truck bed camper that I'm putting together. I ordered some stuff on Amazon and I'm just waiting for it to get here. Today's vlog number 3, is a shout out to 2017. A little bit of backstory for you. If you're a subscriber, you may find it interesting. If you're not a subscriber, probably won't find it interesting. I don't get a lot of views on this channel, and I'm okay with that. Hold on. I forgot to put water in this. I need some coffee. One moment. Some water, my gloves, and the most important part, the coffee. Okay, as I was saying, today's video is a shout out to 2017. And I got into blogging. That's what my thing was at the time, is I wanted to blog. I wanted to start a blog with a B, bravo. And so I started debtfreehomesteaders.com. And I really didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know the direction I was going, but I wanted to find a way that I could reach out to people and share my ideas online. And so I started doing that through blogging, and I wanted to have a second means of income. So I started researching big into how to do a blog. I was looking into affiliate links. I was doing a lot of research on YouTube. And so I was working on a blog. And then I was kind of playing around with taking videos on my phone. And as you know, I have a Samsung Galaxy S5. What are we on now? The S8 and the S8 Plus. So I did a video with my son. I have a dog that's a Labradoodle, Grizzly, and he has a very picky stomach. He's allergic to chicken. Took us a while to figure that out. And anyways, we had a plum tree, and he was eating the plums, and the plums were making him sick. And we had cherries on that side. We have 2 cherry trees and a plum tree, and so we decided to build a pallet fence. And it was a fun day. My son, Mr. Dude with a Face, and my daughter, Loose Cannon, we started making this pallet fence, and I decided that I would record it and put together a little video. And I decided I'd post that video on YouTube just to see what would happen. Well, my first video Debt Free Homesteaders ever did was how to build a simple pallet fence. And right now it's been up for, I don't know, 6 months. and it's almost got 10,000 views. I think I'll hit 10,000 views by the end of the year 2017. So I'm really excited about that. And it kind of took off from there. I thought, gosh, you know, maybe video is the way I need to go. And so I started getting into video more. And it was like a sickness that poured over me. I just started researching everything I could about video, different lighting. Sound was something that I got into immediately. Right now I've got a lapel mic made by Boya. I'll do a review on it. There's plenty of reviews on it, but I've got a video equipment review coming up soon of, you know, my beginner's video equipment of 2017. So I started researching how I was going to get into video. You know, you type in cameras, you type in lenses, you type in best lighting, you type in best audio for YouTube, and you just start falling down this rabbit hole. And over the winter of 2016 into 2017, I fell in love with a channel called Pure Living for Life. And it's a channel with Jesse and Alyssa, and they sell all their stuff. They, you know, they have regular 40-hour-a-week jobs, and Jesse had a brick and mortar business that he ended up selling. Alyssa, she worked for, you know, a company 40 plus hours a week, had a condo in Colorado or something like that, sold her car, and they took their savings and an old Ford pickup truck, and they headed to a piece of land up in northern Idaho, and they decided they were going to homestead it. And it was so outrageous for me to watch. I was so intrigued watching these guys just take this leap of faith. It's an adventure that I want to do one day with myself, you know, is get a piece of land and not necessarily homestead. Homesteading now, I think, carries a lot of different terms. Oh, that's really good. Carries a lot of different definitions. Homesteading does. You know, your definition of homesteading versus my version of homesteading might be different. It was a crazy idea on, you know, what they were going to do and how they were going to go about it, but that really kind of started kindling the adventure for me, was Pure Living for Life. Well, down the road, I fell into another channel, and it was by accident one of my subscribers now. At the time, I don't know if they were a subscriber or not, but I had put out another video on power washing my deck and power washing my fence. And I had a whole plan of doing all sorts of videos on, you know, pressure washing this deck and pressure washing my fence. And I ended up burning up my pressure washer, and I didn't have the money to replace it. So those videos just kind of like trickled off into nothing. They're really short. Well, somebody had commented on the video, Jim, with the Tradesman Channel 2017. And if I had to give Jim a nickname, it would be Midnight Oil. That guy, he is an inspiration to me. I love watching his channel. I do enjoy timber frames. I don't know if I'll ever build a timber frame or not, but I just enjoy watching his channel. It's medicine to me. I watch it every other day. Every day when he posts a video, it comes on about my bedtime. About 2 in the morning, I'll see a video pop up, and if it doesn't pop up at 2 in the morning, it pops up in the middle of the night. And the first thing I do in the morning when I'm drinking my coffee is I watch the Tradesman Channel 2017. Jim is building a timber frame shop / barn all by himself. The thing's massive. I don't know what the square feet of it is. It appears to be as big as my shop is here, if not bigger. And my shop here is 25 by 25 and 2 stories. And it's a stick build. It's not a timber frame. And he's cut every timber. He's got a sawmill, and I've watched him from almost the very beginning. And I watched him when he was less than 1,000 subscribers, and now he's nearly at 5,000 subscribers in less than a year. And I chat back and forth with him a little bit in the comments. You know, I give him some ideas from my learning, you know, what I've been doing trying to grow my channel. When he was getting into Instagram and when he was getting into Twitter, Facebook, things like that, I was trying to help him out there. And sometimes when I see certain things on YouTube that inspire me, I send it to him. I just trying to share, you know, and being a creator is very difficult on YouTube. It's a lot more deeper than I ever thought it would be. There's a lot of equipment. There's a lot of, you know, not saying you have to have a lot of high-end equipment, but it just, you start falling down this rabbit hole, or at least I did. And one thing I like about Jim is he's very consistent. He puts out a video every day to every other day, and he's just using his cell phone as well. And I commented when he pulled out a shop light. He pulled out a shop light in one of his videos and hung it up in a rafter, and it changed the whole performance. And he was using Ben Sound audio, and bensound.com's got some free audio, and he was using the same soundtrack over and over again. And then he broke into another soundtrack and he played that over and over again. And at the time, I didn't know if he was researching it or not, but I was researching epidemic sound, and I was finding a lot of background music for my videos. And I watched one of his videos one day, and a piece of music came on, and I commented him, I said, somebody's been playing with epidemic sound. And he said, yes, I have. And it was so neat to hear him growing, and I've been able to watch him grow his channel, and he's been very inspiring to me because he just pushes and pushes and pushes himself every day to continue sharing this content of how he overcomes the challenges of building a timber frame by himself. And he's a family man. He's got a wife, 2 kids. I'm a family man. I have a wife, 2 kids. I have a 14-year-old boy and a 7-year-old girl. I have a wife that, you know, does everything that every wife does, cooks, cleans, you know, takes care of all the business measures while I'm gone to work, takes care of the kids. And trying to find the time to produce something, to share my passions and what I do, takes time. And so, another thanks to Jim. You know, and then like I says, doing my research on different types of equipment, things like that, I came up with Sean with Think Media. Sean Cannell with Think Media. Shout out to you and your channel as well. Sean turned me on to my Boya lapel mic that I bought. I've done a lot of research on cameras through him because I've always wanted to get a camera outside of my cell phone camera. You know, my cell phone, it is a real chore to film on a cell phone. It's harder than you think, especially on a Samsung Galaxy S5. And I'm not saying anything against the phone. I enjoy the quality, the image that I get out of it. But if my phone rings, if I get a text, my music's on my phone, I can't do anything outside of that. So I've been researching and trying to save up to get a camera. Maybe one day I'll get the camera I want, a Canon SL2. That's my entry-level camera that I want to get, but we'll see. So Sean with Think Media, he's given me so much information on audio, lighting, video, different cameras. Then you get down the rabbit hole and you see other people like Wranglerstar. He's an outdoors guy. He's in the shop woodworking. He works with metal a little bit. He's always doing, you know, showing different information, you know, of different products and stuff that he's using. So, you know, he was an inspiration to me. And then there's another channel called Be Inspired. I'm a big time motivator. I'm a big time self-motivator. In my job that I do, part of what I do as a manager is to motivate my people and keep my people motivated and going, because we face a lot of challenges throughout the day. So I feel as a leader, you need to step up your game. As a leader, you need to inspire. As a leader, you need to pull your people out of the mud and tell them it's going to be okay. We're going to do this, and we're going to do this together. Well, I need somebody to inspire me. And I have lots of people that inspire me in my life. My wife, my kids, my friends. But there's another channel called Be Inspired. I'll put a link below. And that was one that I would listen to sometimes on my way to work in the morning, you know, because I don't want to go to work. I want to sit home and I want to create more videos and I want to make more content. You know, I want to make my cinematography and my doing my, you know, being a creator on YouTube. That's what I want to make my home. But that's not my life right now, you know, and so I'm going to work and I'd listen to this Be Inspired. It would motivate me to get through my day. Check out the Be Inspired if you ever need a pick-me-up down below. Derral Eves is another one, and I think he's here in Utah with me. I'm not positive of it, but I have a feeling he's here in Utah. He was somebody that I was looking at about YouTube and just how to put stuff on YouTube and kind of how YouTube works. He's a very good channel to watch, you know, and tells you kind of how YouTube works and the analytics and the bones and the structure of YouTube. So I really enjoyed Derral Eves. Starry Hilder. Starry Hilder was another one that I watched because she's into homesteading and canning and self-reliance and off-grid and preparedness and solar power and water storage and canning and food storage and gardening. Those are all things that I really enjoy, and I hope to bring a little bit of light to my followers, my subscribers on that in my life coming up in 2018. So Starry Hilder, she's another one that runs around with a little point shoot camera. She doesn't have a lot of fancy lighting or audio. She just turns her camera on, points at herself, and crouches down in the dirt and just starts talking. And sometimes it's videos like Starry Hilder. Sometimes it's videos like Jim with the Tradesman Channel 2017. It's just like, you know, keep it simple, you know. Pure Living for Life, they started out with a basic camera and then they upgraded and they got more cameras, and their production quality has definitely doubled if not tripled in the time that I've watched them. You got people that are out running drones around, things like that give you a broader picture of the story, and that's always fun. And so that takes me on to my next person that inspired me was Peter McKinnon. Peter McKinnon, he started in 2016, but he really took off in 2017. He had less than 500,000 subscribers when I subscribed to him. He was 483,000 subscribers or something. And the first video I watched of his was his #1 video of his, and it was 7 camera hacks. I'll put a link to that video below. I was looking at camera hacks, trying to figure out little things that I could do with my camera that would, you know, help move my production along. And I clicked on it, and then I clicked on another one of his videos, and I clicked on another one of his videos. And his productions are so addicting to me. The sound, the soundtracks, the video, the transitions, the formula that he uses to put his productions together was just captivating to me. And so, Peter, thank you. You've inspired me. He quit his job in 2017, had no idea. I don't think he had a full scope of where he was going with YouTube, because he just stood up like a rocket and went to the moon. And he has met so many people and has done so many things in 2017. I bet it just blows his mind. And through Peter McKinnon's channel, I came across Travel Feels. He's another one that talks a little bit about gadgets and cameras and audio, and, you know, travels the world a little bit and shares that and shares his life experiences and how he's been growing with YouTube. And so Travel Feels, Maddie with Travel Feels, thank you. You're another one that I have in my pocket. Then I ran into Shonduras because I was following Peter McKinnon on Twitter, and Shonduras and the space station kept coming into play. And so I started kind of watching this Shonduras character who talks about the greatest day ever. Every day is the greatest day ever. And he's got a vlog of 600-700 videos. And he's a very excited, very passionate person. And then when I found out that he is in Clearfield, Utah, he's right around the corner from me. He's just a couple cities over. And that was really inspiring to me because, you know, when I watched his story and I learned a little bit about his story about how he was this skateboarder and he's just kind of playing around with videos, and then he was really getting into Instagram, and he just grew, and then he made his YouTube channel just take off. And he's my neighbor. I mean, he's a city over from me, and when it hits close to home like that, where you see somebody with over 1 million subscribers and they're down the road from you, it's mind-blowing. And so that was, you know, a huge inspiration to me. And so, you know, Shonduras, thank you so much. You're an inspiration for my channel as well. And then there's the big hitters out there like Casey Neistat. He writes a really good story. His videos have a really good story to them, and they're captivating to me. And I've learned a lot about story and how to write a story, and I've tried to put that into my own filmmaking on how I can make something interesting to you and not boring. So I'll put a link down below to Casey Neistat's. Casey Neistat's below. So that takes me on to debt-free homesteaders and the subscriber base for debt-free homesteaders. I can't see all of you because some of you have chosen not to show who you're subscribed to. And so I can't see, or if I can see, I haven't learned how to see all of my subscribers. So if you know how I can do that, leave a comment below. So a shout out to journofay, Redith Murray, and Laura Chesnut. These three left me passionate feedback regarding my palette video. They said they didn't like the sound quality. They said it was awful. They said that it was overpowering. They said that, you know, it made the video, it just made the video real crappy. Well, that was the first video I ever put out. I put it out on the YouTube editor, the old one. They put a new YouTube editor out, but I haven't played around with it yet because I use HitFilm Pro Express. So anyways, they commented on how terrible the audio was, so I went back in and I figured out a way that I could turn the soundtrack down a little bit, and I added subtitles to it because there were some parts where the soundtrack was drowning out what I was saying. And I learned a lot from this experience. I learned to start looking into audio and researching audio, and that's where, you know, I got into, you know, people like Think Media and people like Travel Fills and people like Peter McKinnon, and I was starting to study the audio a little bit. And so even though most people would take it as people being trolls or people being rude, I didn't take it as that. I took it as a learning experience, and I grew from it. I was able to make my video that much better, and I was able to get my video out to that many more viewers because now it had subtitles on it, so, you know, people could read it. And so thank you to those three people. Radical Riches is another channel down below. He shares just kind of his life story, what he does with his family on their little homestead, their little farm. And he's commented on a couple of my videos, and I'm subscribed to him, and I've kind of watched his videos to see and watch him grow, because it's really nice to be subscribed to people that have a small subscriber base like yourself, so you can kind of grow and synergize together. So I thank Radical Riches for that. Roomies Garage is one that commented on my palette breaker bar fail video. I'll put a link to that video right here. And the palette breaker bar video, he has a palette breaker bar video that's extremely successful. I'll put a link down below in the subscription, or maybe I'll put a link right here. That video I watched a long time ago, and got some ideas on how I wanted to build my pallet breaker bar. And I never thought anything of it. And then just a few weeks ago, he commented on mine and said, hey, you know, look at maybe doing it this way. Hey, maybe look at doing it that way. And I was like, let's look into this guy. Let's click on his channel. Let's see what he's into. And I saw the video and I went, oh my gosh, that's a video that I watched 6-7 months ago when I was looking into, you know, building a pallet breaker bar. You know, back when I built my pallet fence, I wanted a pallet breaker bar, but I never built it. It took me months and months later before I built it. And then when I built it, it failed. And I still have yet to finish that breaker bar and do a part 2 on it, which I'll do in 2018. So Roomies Garage, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being there. I don't even know who some of these people are and why they subscribe. And that brings me to my last part. So let's go over that now. So the most important people to me in 2017 are my subscribers. And if I don't give you a shout out, it's because I could not see you on my subscriber list. And if you know how I can see people, more people on my subscriber list that I'm not supposed to see, let me know in the comments below. But out of 34 subscribers that I have as of today, the day after Christmas, out of 34 subscribers, I can see 8. I can see Wendy Capitano, I can see Melissa Gurschick, Radical Riches, Donna Clemmons, Kane 12100, drawvenmusket, the Tradesman Channel 2017. Jim, hope you're making a video right now for me. And Gearboy Forge. My question to you guys is, why do you subscribe to me? Comment below. I want to know what this channel brought to you in 2017 that made you want to subscribe. Gearboy Forge, I think I know why. Because he was pressured into it. But the rest of you, why do you subscribe? Some of you might be friends, some of you might be family that I don't know about. I can't see all the names on my subscriber base. But I'll tell you what, I love each and every one of you. It is so fun, it is so awesome when my phone goes off during the day and I'm at work and I'm having a bad day at work and I look down and I have a comment or I have a little info that comes in from YouTube saying, so-and-so just subscribed to your channel. That's like selling a book, you know, that you've written. I feel like I've done something to make you want more of that content. So what content is it? What is it that made you want to subscribe to see another day of this train wreck that I call my story? Because to me, sometimes I put together stuff like this video and I think, who's going to appreciate this? Who's going to sit here through this 20 or 25 minute video? This is going to be a long video. You don't just click subscribe below because I tell you to. You know, you don't like my videos because I tell you to like my videos, or do you? But basically, for 2018, I want to thank Jim with the Tradesman Channel, Pure Living for Life, Jesse and Alyssa, thank you. Peter McKinnon, love your production. Sean with Think Media, thank you so much for sharing so much information about different gears, gadgets, products. Wranglerstar, he's just enjoyable to watch. He covers a lot of different things. Shonduras, that guy's got a lot of energy. He'll keep you pumped. Travel Fills, Maddie, thank you for sharing some of the different things that you've done on YouTube. Casey Neistat, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for sharing how to make a story. Be Inspired, I don't know your name, but you know who you are. Thanks for pumping me up in the morning. Derral Eves, thank you so much for sharing with me how YouTube works and the algorithms and just the back, the spine of YouTube. Starry Hilder, that girl just cracks me up. She just runs around her farm and her homestead and with her 2 dogs and Mr. Hilder, and that girl just cracks me up. Roomies Garage, you know, it's nice to see someone that's more in my caliber, you know. When you don't, it's hard to really get feedback from someone who's got 1 million subscribers, but when you have somebody that's got, you know, 100-200 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, you feel like you're still in that group, you know. You're still playing in the little leagues, you know. You're not up in the big leagues with everybody. Radical Riches, another one that I just enjoy watching, that inspires me to keep creating. I'd like to thank Mr. Dude with a Face and Girly. Mr. Dude with a Face, he helps me with my productions. He has a lot of fun with me when we sit down and do this. Sometimes I think he's into it because he wants to be into it, and sometimes I think he's into it just because he wants to hang out with his dad. And he knows that that's a way he can do it. This is a big part of my life right now, and I really enjoy doing it, and I enjoy having Mr. Dude with a Face. Thank you. And Girly, my wife, she puts up with a lot from me. I have a lot of hobbies, I have a lot of harebrained ideas, and so I'm glad that she puts up with me and this harebrained idea, and she gives me a lot of support on it, and it means a whole lot to me. My friends Yukon, Cupcake, Camo, and Hollywood, I know a couple of you are subscribers that I can't see on there, and I appreciate you checking on me and seeing what I'm doing in my life and my harebrained ideas and my train wrecks. I'm having a real fun time with it, and I hope to continue sharing that. So we're going to get ready to roll into 2018. We're going to bring in that new year. I'm excited. I got a lot of video ideas coming up. I've got some more video equipment on the way right now in the mail. I have things that are on the way for the pickup bed truck video on the way right now. And so I'm getting ready to start into those videos, and I've got a lot of crazy harebrained ideas and a lot of goals for 2018. I hope to get more content out for you guys. Please comment below. I really want to know, why did you subscribe to the channel? Do you do it because you just know me, because you're a friend, a buddy, an old pal, or do you do it because you like to see this train wreck story in my life? Do you like it because you want to see the truck camping videos? Do you do it because you want to see more stuff around the homestead, like pallet bars and gardening tips and sprinkler ideas? Do you want to see more of the camera gear, the basic camera gear that I use? What is it you're looking for? Help me out. Comment below. Give me that thumbs up. Smash it if you so decide. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next year.